Alright, let's meet one of the sharpest satirists of the Victorian age, William Makepeace Thackeray. Thackeray was born in Calcutta in 1811, and yes, that detail has been asked in exam. His father worked for the East India Company but sadly died when Thackeray was only 5. Soon after, the young boy was sent to England for schooling, where he attended Charterhouse and later Trinity College, Cambridge. He didn't complete his degree, though he left early, preferring to travel around Europe, socialize, and, quite infamously, gamble away much of his inheritance. To make a living, Thackeray turned to writing and illustration. He worked as a freelance journalist, contributing to magazines like Punch and The Times, both of which are exam favorites. His humorous sketches and satirical essays quickly made him a recognizable name in literary circles. Thackeray's early works include The Paris Sketchbook from 1840, a witty travelogue about French life, and Catherine, a serialized novel that pokes fun at criminal heroes. He also wrote under the pen name Mr. M.A. Titmarsh, producing charming Christmas books like Mrs. Perkins' Ball and The Rose and the Ring. But the work that truly made Thackeray immortal is, of course, Vanity Fair. Published between 1847 and 1848 as a 19-part monthly serial, Vanity Fair is Thackeray's masterpiece. And yes, that serial format has been asked in exam. The novel's full subtitle is Pen and Pencil Sketches of Society. Though when it was later collected into a single volume in 1848, it carried the new subtitle, A Novel Without a Hero. That phrase, a novel without a hero, is a key exam phrase. So, what's the story? Set during and after the Napoleonic Wars, Vanity Fair follows two very different women, the sweet, passive Amelia Sedley and the ambitious, clever Becky Sharp. Becky, the daughter of a poor art teacher, is determined to rise in society, no matter the cost. Amelia, meanwhile, represents goodness and patience, but also naive idealism. Becky marries Rawdon Crawley, a charming but foolish officer from an aristocratic family. That marriage has been asked in exam, while Amelia marries George Osborne, who secretly admires Becky. George, however, dies in the Battle of Waterloo, another exam question that's been repeated many times. After George's death, Amelia is left widowed and heartbroken, raising her son alone. Meanwhile, Becky's manipulative charm eventually destroys her own marriage. Rawdon grows disillusioned and leaves her, unable to tolerate her deceit. In the end, virtue wins out. Amelia marries Captain Dobbin, her loyal friend who has loved her all along, and Becky ends her days living quietly, turning to charity and social respectability. Now, beneath all that gossip, Vanity Fair is much more than a love story. It's a brilliant satire of 19th century British society, its greed, hypocrisy, and obsession with appearances. Thackeray holds up a mirror to his readers and says, "Look, this is you." That's why the novel remains so powerful even today. Thackeray's other major works are also worth remembering for exams. The Luck of Barry Lyndon, 1844, which inspired Stanley Kubrick's famous film. Men's Wives, 1852. The History of Henry Esmond, 1852, featuring a colonel serving under Queen Anne. The Virginians, 1857-59, which continues Henry Esmond's family story. The Book of Snobs, 1846-48, a hilarious attack on social pretension. The Newcomes, 1854-55, and Pendennis, 1848-50, both dealing with contemporary life and ambition. By the end of his career, Thackeray was recognized as the principal founder of the Victorian novel, right alongside Dickens. Sadly, he died suddenly in London in 1863. Samuel Johnson once said of Goldsmith, "He touched nothing that he did not adorn." And those words fit Thackeray too. Even today, Vanity Fair continues to inspire films like Meera Nair's 2004 adaptation and remains a touchstone for the social novel, sharp, funny, and endlessly human. So, when you think of Thackeray, think of wit with realism, satire with sympathy, and a man who dared to write a novel without a hero.